Guys, hello everyone. Crypto Interest is with you. Right now, the daily Bitcoin review. I tell you how to trade today to get the maximum profit on the market. Short, very helpful video. What happened yesterday in the crypto market simply defies any explanation. Bitcoin reached the price of 16,800. Binance said they are buying FTX. The Republicans almost won the election, but now the Democrats are outsmarting them, and what happens next is simply unpredictable. So now let's figure out what to expect. How to trade, where to open positions. So let's start with what happened on the Bitcoin chart first. Yesterday we stood and waited for the exit higher with you, but it wasn't there. The option that we assumed worked. Yesterday we saw with you the biggest volatility for all the time of this flat. Almost 20% for Bitcoin. I also told you that I would take a long position at this level of 19,100, and I took it, and moreover, I effectively fixed it. But after that, we fell below and reached the level of 16,800, and what will happen next is a big question. Now I'll tell you everything, I'll give you new entry points. Naturally, I will comment on the Senate elections and so on. For starters, let's just go over yesterday, in general, analyze what happened. Now let's go through the schedule and see how it was. I want you to understand what happened. To tell you honestly, I didn't manage to take a big profit yesterday, because some positions, one way or another, closed with a small minus, some at break-even, because I traded a lot yesterday, but in the end I'm in the black, because that he acted clearly on levels, clearly on the system. So, first of all, you remember, in the morning on the straight, my long position was closed in profit, right here. After that, when I came to this level, I took a long position here. And after that, here at the price of 20,500 I fixed this position. That's it. After that, in fact, we still have one tail, which actually left here by stop loss, because I did not move the stop loss. But nevertheless, taking into account the fact that I closed the long into profit and then fixed this long into profit, in the end we got a small, but profit. In short, despite yesterday's situation, they traded quite effectively and took the profit, although not as much as it could be, but still. But tomorrow we have inflation data coming out, so there will be movement in the market, so now we are moving on to new setups. Let's move on to Bitcoin now, and to be honest with you, I don't see anything good so far. Firstly, if you open the weekly timeframe, it looks scary. It just looks terrible on the weekly timeframe, as if we'll just fly to the bottom with one candle. But nevertheless, let's not be skeptical, and tell you what is important to us. Firstly, on daily candles, on the one hand, it is good, but on the other hand, it is not very good. Still, yesterday's daily candle, it returned to this base of ours, and here we just left the shadow of a puncture. It's bad that we didn't rise above the level of 19,130. Because 19,130 is the main trading volume, and if we returned behind it, right here, it would look like just picking up stop losses, and after that we could talk about further events. But no, and now we're going down. Now let's go through the scenario. Let's start with negative scenarios, and in fact, what should we see in order to open positions? We should see some understandable structure here, under this level, and then it will be possible to open short positions. But to be honest, I do not expect short ones. It seems to me that this is a big adventure. They just chose 1 billion liquidity, and after Bitcoin can go higher. Again, why? Now I will explain everything. A lot depends on how the elections end. Today we are finally waiting for the counting of votes. And secondly, we are waiting for inflation data tomorrow. We have the previous mark of 8.2% inflation. The current expectations are 8%. If it is more than 8%, this is very bad. If the data is less than 8%, this is a positive sign for you and me. So we are waiting, and tomorrow there will most likely be just some incredible volatility. But against the backdrop of the elections, too, because in reality everything is not very sweet there, and if the Republicans suddenly win, for example, Biden may be impeached. If they separate the Congress and the Senate, it's generally not clear what will happen there, how they will sort things out. If the Democrats win, then they can tighten the screws in the economy. In short, volatility and some kind of local negative awaits us, in fact, in any outcome. Move on. What else from the point of view of short ones I don't like and annoys me? I showed you, we have a trending RSI on the daily timeframe. Look, we broke through on the daily timeframe. If suddenly there is a sharp upward movement now, of course we can return. But if we gain a foothold here, to be honest, this is a very bad indicator, so we observe. Also, look, a very twofold story. If we now return to this base and, for example, here, between the POC and the lower border of the base, we begin to form some kind of structure here, for example, like this, because it is not clear where it can be traded. It can be traded both down and up, so here you will need to watch very carefully, and most likely it will be possible to gain positions only according to the situation. For example, we are forming a structure here for breaking down. For example, it will be possible to take positions. Or, on the contrary, here we are forming a structure and it will be possible to gain positions on breaking through, because, since this is between the POC and the lower border, it can be traded in any direction. Now let's move on to the long ones. What needs to happen so that we can talk about longs? We need to get back behind the POC, behind this level, that is, roll back here, form something here, and then we will be able to gain a long position here. I mean, this is the picture. Moreover, it can still happen. Why? Because we have, in fact, this daily candle in the same way, it can just fly up, leaving only a shadow, and, in fact, the body of its candle will be above the POC, then something will form here and fly higher. And then it will just be a great trap then. They just shaved the entire market, collected $1 billion and flew higher. They left everyone without money, they scared everyone. Everyone here will open short positions right now, and after that the market will fly up. In short, we are watching. But these are the scenarios that we should see for long positions. Most importantly, we are waiting for the election results and tomorrow's inflation data. In order for us to open a long position, we must see an exit beyond the POC and the formation of some kind of structure here, from which, accordingly, it will be possible to gain a long position. If you and I return to this base, here it will be possible only to break through, either up or down, because it is not clear how it will be traded. If you and I form some kind of structure here, again, to be honest, I will most likely only gain on breaking through, because again it may just be a trap and another shaving of stop losses. Honestly, it's just extreme, and I really did yesterday, when we fell down, I thought that we literally didn't have enough. 15,400, I've been waiting for this level for several months, I thought that we really would just come here yesterday and stick, but no. That's all guys, that's all you need to know for today to get the maximum profit in the market. And the most important thing for me is your support, so subscribe to the channel right now, be sure to turn on notifications so as not to miss the latest releases, and of course, put the maximum likes, because your likes are food, energy and motivation for me, which makes me shoot every day and keep you updated. I also want to remind you, this video does not force you to buy any cryptocurrency or invest in anything. I am not a financial advisor. Bye everyone.